Hi, I'm Joe Cooney, and this is going to be my Music Encounter 4 presentation about California Girls by Katy Perry. So why did I choose California Girls by Katy Perry? Well, Katy Perry is one of my favorite artists, at least over the last 20 years. I heard a lot of her music on the radio growing up, so she was a pretty fair influence on my attitude and outlook on life, which is, I think, pretty lighthearted, and I just kind of like to go along with things. But California Girls is my favorite Katy Perry song by far. I think it really emphasizes that lightheartedness and just that style of the early 2010s. Um, it's a great beach song. So what is California Girls about? Well, Katy Perry is from Santa Barbara, California, which actually has the longest southern-facing coastline of any American city, which is a nice fun fact. And so Katy Perry sings about the doings of the girls in her native Southern California region with lyrics like sex on the beach, freak in my Jeep, beep, beep, etc. So it's really about that lightheartedness and just having fun on the beach and that California lifestyle. So this was actually recorded as a response to Empire State of Mind by Alicia Keys and Jay-Z. And in fact, Katy Perry uses another rapper, a West Coast rapper, Snoop Dogg, who comes in and says a few lines, has a couple verses at the end, and that's where the majority of his action is, but also supplements the song in the beginning with verses like Katy, my lady, and other verses. So this is a summertime anthem chart topper, which actually had 2 potential lawsuits associated with it. One of which is from the Beach Boys, and it's about their song California Girls, spelled with an I. And that lawsuit was about how Snoop Dogg has the verse at the end of the song, I wish they could all be California girls. The Beach Boys wanted to allege that he stole that verse from their song California Girls, in which that verse is featured very prominently throughout the song. So the other potential lawsuit was from Fergie in the music video Fergalicious, which includes a lot of the elements in California Girls' music video. Those are the candy cane background, the lollipops, the candy aesthetic, and some of the action in Girl Scout costumes of selling things and then being non-Girl Scouts. Katy Perry also used some of those metaphors in California Girls' music video. The candy canes are a big one. The music video is all about Candyfornia, and which is a Candyland knockoff board game. So California Girls is a summertime anthem chart topper, and I think it was Katy Perry's 2nd platinum album and Snoop Dogg's 3rd. It is Katy Perry's 3rd biggest song, most downloads of all time, and it was #1 on the top 100 charts for 6 weeks in 2011 after its release. And it was released in May of that year. So when summertime really started to kick off in Southern California, everyone started getting off school, coming to SoCal, and partying on the beach with the California Girls. So let's talk a bit about the beat of the song and what really gives this nice song its thumping, driving beat. So the beat is a very regular pattern. Within a verse, it's a stomp clap pattern on the bass drum. The beat is provided by the whole drum set, though, because during a transition, this changes to a hi-hat series of 8th notes, I think rapid 8th notes, 4 of them. And during a chorus, this is a simple ascending pattern. I'd like to take a little bit to show you this song and its beat. So you can see that real stomp, clap, driving pattern of the beat. This volume is tuned up a lot in the real music video, so you can really hear that beat very well and really get that driving force between the beat of the California Girls. So during a transition, which is bar 28-ish to 29, right before the pre-chorus, you get those hi-hat. Right. And so you see that hi-hat that played those notes, those very short notes corresponding with Katy Perry's vocals down here. And then going into the chorus, you get back to that stomp clap pattern in the chorus. However, the bass guitar then comes in and it plays that series of ascending notes, but the bass drum is still playing that stomp clap pattern. The bass guitar during the chorus dominates here instead of the bass drum, which is interesting. And the bass guitar follows a very similar pattern to what the synthesizer does, which is part of the inner voices, during the verses, not the chorus. So let's go to that slide. So the inner voices are made up of that synthesizer mostly. There is also an organ involved. And during the verses, the synth and that organ are playing a repeating ascending pattern of notes similar to what you just heard in the bass guitar. But during choruses, this transitions to a series of sustained chords. And I'm going to play you a little bit of those inner voices right now. So you can see that ascending pattern very well, and it corresponds pretty nicely with this 3077, the 066 3077 pattern that the bass guitar has here. But this song is not complete without the vocals, and the vocals are probably the most recognizable part, especially the choruses. The choruses are very recognizable, and they're also very catchy, and it's what makes the song one of my favorites. So Snoop Dogg and Katy Perry duet in California Girls. Snoop Dogg starts us off by introducing the song. And then Katy Perry comes in to sing the vocals and the choruses, which Snoop Dogg supplements for the first, 90%-ish of the song. And then at that last 10 to 20% of the song, Snoop Dogg comes in to sing the verses instead of the choruses, and coming in with the verse, Katy, my lady, etc. So the first majority of the song is dominated by Katy Perry, while Snoop Dogg becomes more active in the second half, really the most second, like 10%, 20% of the song. And Katy Perry and Snoop Dogg both have nice voices that blend well with each other and are very smooth and I guess creamy is a good term. This is kind of opposed to E.T., that song I talked a little bit. I picked California Girls over another song, E.T., because California Girls is my favorite song. And E.T. Is actually another collaboration with rapper Kanye West. But I don't really believe their voices blend that well together. Kanye West's voice is pretty harsh as it compared to Katy Perry's, but Snoop Dogg's voice works really well in this song because it's a lot smoother and blends a lot nicer with with Katy Perry's, and really embodies that take it slow, take it easy, relaxed style of the California life. So speaking of the style, this style is, the style of the vocals is a bubblegum pop type of song, which originated in the 70s. It's kind of fluff music for adolescents or children, but Katy Perry's vocals about sex, skin so hot it'll melt your popsicle are not entirely made for children. So that's a nice juxtaposition there and a nice nod to Katy Perry and how California has that attitude of, a lot of people see it as sexual exploration, which is very fun. But the bass line comes from funk, getting that really strong bass line and that really driving beat from funk. But the synthesizer and the lightheartedness of the inner pieces comes from disco. So this song is usually classified as disco pop or funk pop. And I would classify it as both. But overall, all in all, these three stylistic elements and three stylistic pillars come together to form a really great song and a really great summertime anthem that is just very lighthearted, and it's quite near and dear to my heart. Thank you for coming to my PowerPoint, and that wraps it up for today.